Although the same thing might apply for Rick when he replaces Teletubbies with Thomas and Friends. Number 3. Nick Jr. being the production company for Booba in the UK because of a commercial in August. Some UK YouTube channel uploaded a UK Booba commercial that reveals that Nick Jr. is the production company for Booba in the UK. And the only clips that I remember seeing in that commercial are the silly marching warm-up dance and the back and forth aim dance, which ironically there is one episode that has both of those things in it. What episode is that? Towards Falling Oranges. Yep, Falling Oranges has both of those things. And aside from those two small clips, there are a lot of other things in that commercial that both Rick and I saw, and we liked it. And speaking of what we liked, Liam Fitzgerald uploaded the instrumental version of the Booba episode Musical Instruments. A lot of people liked it, as did I, and I'm hoping to do separate musical instrumental videos, including the Story World segment with me pretending to be the narrator, Chris Langham, and say, like, Mr. Man, Auntie, brother and sister, grandpapa, and grandmama arrive, and what musical instruments they're playing. And look for those videos, and also Nick Jr. can also be seen on a Netherlands or Dutch Booba DVD called Feast Naller Cracker, which has Cracker, Piggy Bank, Bells, and that version's bonus episode, Collecting Mail. And you all know my problems with collecting mail not on the Booba Cracker DVD, because I like that episode more than the other three. Even if Piggy Bank is my favorite, Cracker's just fine, and Bells is just stupid. But that commercial and the instrumental musical instruments are fun to enjoy of it. Number 4. Me telling all the main cast members, and possibly Rick's other friends, to come to Florida, as well as the main characters having deep voices. I've been telling other members about certain things, like I know that I'm the eldest, meaning that I'm the one who's in control of this team, and all the other members are looking up to me. And the thing is, the representatives are strangers to my parents and my family, and my mom is concerned about this because she wants to talk to Kim Representati to have a talk about this, and therefore our plans of making our movie will be a lot better. And hopefully those plans will work out. Oh, and also the other members of the Booba team, we're doing this movie in Florida, so when you're ready and everybody is less concerned and more excited about doing this, pack your suitcases, grab whatever Booba or whatever other things you're interested in, and come on down to Florida with us, where you'll meet me, Rick, my family, his family, and also I get to possibly meet Rick's other friends, such as Matthew Walters and Cameron Brosey. And that will also be fun, I'm sure. And in terms of deep voices, ever since I reached the age of 13, or sometime past that, my voice has gone from high-pitched to deep. Like a strong, deep voice. All the other members of the team have deep voices, and mine's gonna be this level of deep for the rest of my life. But sometimes it's fun having deep voices if it's a way that will make you have fun listening to those voices, even if they make you laugh or not. Number 5. Booba books including Peek Bah Boo, a parody of Peekaboo, which is a book that Rick used to have when he was very little. And I have like 2 or 3 Booba books, and I'm gonna show you 2 of them. This was the first Booba book that I ever got, called Bibbly Bobbly Bubbles. And this is literally the story world segment for Bubbles in book form. Because you'll see here Grandmama and Mr. Man with these bubbles. Oh, and this bubble machine. And just so you know, Little Dog Fido is in the episode, just barely. Just looks at the bubble machine and looks at a bubble and then just runs off, and you don't see him again. Then Grandmama presses the button on the lever on the bubble machine, and Mr. Man pops a bubble. And they all pop lots of bubbles, and one of them is so high up in the air, so they can't pop it. But Mr. Man and Grandmama are able to pop the bubble with an extending hand. And therefore, they've popped all the bubbles. Now, the rest of the episode has Australia and China, and this is that 2 countries' first ever appearance, and I remember being very gripey about episodes with that intro that is not Desert Island, but I'll give Bubbles a pass. It's interesting enough. Jumba leads the Jump with the Bouncing Boobas warm-up dance. The only other episode with that warm-up dance is Fido's Flag. And the end dance is the Scrunching and Stretching end dance, which, thanks to Bells, Bubbles and Bells have a lot of things in common, and Bucket and Spade too. I am not a big fan of that end dance. Except for one funny thing about it, and Zing Zing Zima looking to his right, his right at the end, at whatever area of the Boo Zone is doing. Zumba would do that also in the Dizzy In and Out end dance, and none of the other 3 would look at it themselves or on their own. And that would be the only Booba book that I would have for 7 years until I found this Spin Around book. And this one has these Boobas exercising and dancing and acting very silly. Oh, and there's also this little wheel that allows you to spin. And let's see, it lands on Zing Zing Zingba, doing the wide walk warm-up dance, which is from Cakes and String, Bouncers, Squirty Flower, and Flying Fish. And you can spin the wheel and have it land on all these boobas also. Now, going back to Desert Island, GMTV uploaded 2 Booba episodes, Seat and Cushions, spelled Settee, and Desert Island. They uploaded the full Seat and Cushions episode, while Desert Island was a 12-minute opening. Let's try again. Desert Island was a 12-minute upload for a 12-minute episode. They cut out the intro. They put in Zumba leading the Scrunch Up Small, Stretch Out Big warm-up dance, which I like a lot more. They left the present giving in. They sped up the last few seconds of the story wall segment. and then cut out my favorite and dance, the wonderful wobbly dance, which I thought was just unfair. But again, timing is a concern, knowing that it's Rick's third favorite and dance, behind Hide Your Heads and Feet, which is number 2, and Dance Again and Again and Again, which is number 1. So with these books I have, they'll all be fun to get you to read books about the Boobas, having fun, and the story people too. So that's it for this part, and when we come back from this commercial break, I will get to the second half of this list and be very serious about one of these things. See you then.